Chavez, and I am so honored to be your MC for this powerful and historic occasion, the campaign launch of our next Mayor of Gaithersburg, Tiffany Kelly. I was born in La Paz, Bolivia, and I immigrated to the United States at the age of 4. Gaithersburg has been my home since 2002. It's where I grew up, where I found my voice, where I spent many years organizing for immigrant rights, racial justice, and the dignity for all of our communities. As someone who's discovered my undocumented status since high school, this city has witnessed my journey from a young student fighting for her future to a community organizer pushing for policies that center the people. And let me tell you, Tiffany Kelly has always been right there with us. Tiffany isn't just a candidate, she's a true ally in the movement. Whether it's fighting for housing justice, demanding racial equity, or standing up for immigrant families. Tiffany just doesn't just show up, she leads with courage, compassion, and accountability. She understands that our city's future must be shaped by all of us, especially those who have been pushed to the margins. She's not afraid to ask tough questions, build bold coalitions, and do the hard work that real justice demands. And that's why we're here today, to lift up a leader who listens, who fights, and who believes that Gaithersburg can be home where everyone belongs. So today I invite you to lean in, get inspired, and join the movement to elect a mayor who reflects the values, the strength, and the soul of the city. Thank you. So now I'd love to introduce our first speaker, an incredible parent, advocate, and voice for our public schools, Ruth Balby.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ruth Bahalbi, and I'm so proud to stand here with Miss Tiffany Kelly, who fights for everyone who's been marginalized and disturbed. Now, I would love to introduce you our first, oh wait. All right, it's not mine. I thought you got it right straight, but okay. I don't want to be emotional, but Tiffany, she stood up for my son, myself in public school where my son, he was being mistreated as being a black boy in the United States. And I'm not shy to tell you that. Every time I call this wonderful lady here, I don't want to be emotional, but she was there for my son and for me. Even in her busy schedule, she rearranged to be in a Zoom meeting numerous times, was fearless to fight and stood up for my son because English was my second language and I was underestimated. But I'm here to tell you that we need a leader like Tiffany who can stand up for people who are being mistreated, disserviced, and marginalized. And I'm here to support her, and thank you for everyone being here. Thank you.
Can I get another clap for Ruth? Thank you for your strength, your courage, and thank you, Tiffany, for always being there for all of us. The next person I'd like to bring up is youth leader or young leader in our community. The youth, in our community who's been organizing and uplifting youth voices across our region. Please welcome Luis Cardona.
Good morning, everyone. What can I say about Tiffany Kelly and her leadership? From day one, from the time we connected a couple years ago, she has been at the front line advocating for our most marginalized children in this county. When called upon to take a stand, to stand up especially for our young black males in this county who are disproportionately incarcerated, and I'm talking about juveniles, Tiffany, time and time again, has been willing to push the system out of their comfort zone to come up with something that's going to address the issues that lead to mass incarceration, while at the same time balancing the necessary work to support safe communities, which is a must need. So I really respect Tiffany's leadership. She's been my go-to on many occasions around these issues, and I stand by her today, and I'll stand by her tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now representing our vibrant Spanish-speaking community, a proud Gaithersburg resident, here is Lisette Guzman.
There you go.
Lisette is shy. Sorry. Is there someone that
Buenas tardes a todos. Bueno, hola a todos en este día tan especial. Yo vengo a hablar de lo maravillosa que Tiffany ha sido conmigo. Yo hace 10 años me mudé de Puerto Rico para Maryland buscando una educación mejor porque tengo 2 niños con autismo. Y hace 2 años yo fui aprobada para el voucher a través de HOC, lo cual no se me hizo nada fácil el proceso porque las puertas se me cerraron por mi historial crédito. Y muchos apartamentos me negaron el poder vivir en su propiedad, nuevamente por lo del crédito. Y en este momento Tiffany era una paciente en mi clínica y como ella siempre, tan maravillosa como es, siempre ella venía, se preocupaba por mí, me preguntaba mis cosas y yo contándole de mi situación, pues le cuento de lo que estaba pasando en aquel momento. Tiffany inmediatamente se interesó en mi problema, me dijo yo te voy a ayudar y así mismo fue. Tiffany me ayudó de una manera, ella tocó puertas, mandó emails, mandó de todo. ¿Y qué no hizo Tiffany por mí? Al tal punto que un gerente, después de haberme dicho que no me iba a aprobar, Tiffany cambió su manera de pensar y me aprobaron el apartamento y gracias a Dios me pude mudar hace 2 años con mi niño al apartamento. Yo nunca he votado por alcaldía aquí en Maryland, jamás, ni menos en Gaithersburg. Pero ahora que sé que Tiffany está corriendo, este va a ser mi primer año votando por ella, obviamente. Gracias.
Good afternoon, everyone. On this beautiful day, my name is Lisette Benitez Guzman. I'm 45 years old and I'm a single mother of 2 kids with autism. 10 years ago, I moved from Puerto Rico to Maryland, looking for an education, a better education. Sorry, it's like downloading. 2 years ago, I was approved for a housing voucher at HOC. But it wasn't easy. The process to find an apartment, every door closed on me. And to the hour of the point where I got approved for an apartment, when I finally got approved for an apartment, my credit history kept her from getting qualified. And this is where I met Tiffany, who was patient and came to my work and talked to me and told me about everything that happened in here, what you needed to know. And Tiffany was always there for me and was genuinely interested in supporting me as a person that just got here. Immediately, Tiffany promised to help me, and not only that, she went and helped me by knocking on doors, talking to people, and getting me to the right person to speak with. Sorry, I like trying my best to be
that the people were there to help me and to help me reconcile the situation, and she helped me along the way with all of the signs and everything. I'm so grateful to her, to Tiffany, for everything that she's done. Her tremendous support has just been unwavering and steady. Tiffany is one of the people that will fight for you no matter what. She doesn't accept no for an answer. Instead, she will continue to fight no matter what with all of the force that is within her. She is well known and people know her and recognize her as a woman of integrity, of grand valor. She is one of the most sure people in the world that will do what she says she's going to do. That is why I'm supporting Tiffany in her candidacy for mayor of the city of Gaithersburg. I respect and I support Tiffany no matter what. Thank you, Tiffany.
And this is her first time voting. She says she's never voted anywhere or in the city of Gaithersburg for any elected official, but once she found out that Tiffany was running, she immediately is going to stand on the first in line in the polls. Thank you. Next up, I would like to, Chris Cano couldn't be here today because of a family emergency, so our thoughts and prayers are there for his family in this time. And now I'm going to be introducing a fierce community organizer who's fought alongside many of us for justice and equity. Please welcome Alex Vasquez.
This program is moving quick. All right, I got my little. All right, how's everyone doing? Awesome. Si se puede? Yes, we can. Awesome. All right. Good afternoon, Gaithersburg and everyone here. What a powerful day it is to stand together in the heart of Old Town Gaithersburg, where the soul of our city beats the loudest. My name is Alex Vasquez, and while some of you know me as a community organizer and an advocate and a loud voice from time to time, I'm also a proud son of Mexican immigrant parents, born from the hopes and hard work of a working class family, just like so many of yours. I'm a product of perseverance, of dreams rooted in struggle, and of a community that has never given up on each other. And let me tell you, I am extremely excited and feel the electricity in the air today because something big is happening. Not just a campaign, not just a moment, but a movement right here in Gaithersburg. Am I right? Come on, y'all, am I right? Yes. We are gathered here today at Crossroads, not just in the city of Gaithersburg, not just in the state of Maryland, but across our country. We're living in a time right now when the foundations of our democracy, our economy, and our communities are being tested like never before. And it's a test that we cannot and we will not fail. Is that right? And while some folks just started paying attention, we know better. We've been living these challenges for years. Let's be real for a second. The pain we feel didn't start yesterday. It's not new, it's just become impossible to ignore. It's no secret that wages haven't kept up and working families are being crushed under the weight of inflation. It's no secret that essential workers, the very people who carried us through the global pandemic, are still earning poverty wages while corporate profits hit record highs. And while being prevented from unionizing, including right here in this very city. It's no secret that Black and brown students are being left behind, that anti-immigrant and anti-Black discrimination still shows up in our classrooms, our housing policies, and our city meetings. That people with disabilities continue to be treated as an afterthought and not a priority. And yes, it is no secret that the rent is still too damn high. And developers are cashing in while families are being pushed out. Even here in the most diverse city in America, right here in Old Town Gaithersburg, our minority-owned businesses right behind us, the backbone of our neighborhoods, are struggling to stay open, not for the lack of their hustle or lack of heart, but because the systems built around them weren't built for them. So let me say it differently, as Tiffany likes to say. To many of us, this isn't news, this is lived experience. But here's the kicker. You don't learn that from just staying behind the dais. You don't hear this truth while waving from a float once a year and hosting a town hall in the middle of a day. You learn it the way Tiffany Kelly does, by walking with us, listening, showing up again and again, and being boots on the ground. Am I right? There we go. You see, I want to take a moment to tell you a little bit about Tiffany, the person behind the sign. I've had the privilege of getting to know Tiffany over the past few years. And let me tell you that this is a woman who doesn't sleep until she's thought of every angle of how to make the city of Gaithersburg more just, more equitable, and more united. Because for Tiffany, leadership isn't about titles, it's about the truth. It's about showing up with integrity, with humility, and with fire. It's about bringing people in, not shutting them out. It's about co-governing, not ruling. And it's about understanding that change doesn't come from one person sitting behind a seat in office. It comes from the ground up. Am I right? And that is why we are here today, because we believe in a Gaithersburg where no one is left behind, and where your zip code doesn't determine opportunities, a city where kid and every elder, every worker, and every dreamer has the chance to not just survive, but to thrive. And let me be clear that in this very moment, right, we must ensure that we are protecting all of our candidates. We must ensure that we are protecting our Black women in leadership. And it is not enough to just send them to office, but we must work with them, for the real work begins once they start sitting behind the dais. So let me ask you a question, Gaithersburg. Are you ready to fight for a future that's bold, just, and inclusive? Yes! Are you ready to organize, to mobilize, to knock every door, lift every voice, and build the city we deserve? Yes! Are you ready to put your boots on the ground and your hearts into the work? Yes! Then I need y'all to make some serious noise, because we're falling asleep here, because it is my absolute honor. Oh. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. You want to come up now? Okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay. I have two very special people here with their two very special little people. And before I come before you, I want to give them a chance to say what they want to say. And this is Mark St. George and his family. Beautiful, beautiful family. And then you can introduce me again.
Hi, everyone. On November 16th, 2022, we had an explosion at our condo. It made headlines, and we were all displaced for a little while. Actually, the condo is still not built yet after 3 years. So we're just kind of like, waiting for everything to fall into place. During that time, as you could imagine, it was very difficult. And God sent an angel, Tiffany. And she helped us, because I kind of shut down. So many things happened. It was hard for me to process everything. I almost lost my wife and my daughter. Insurance battles, displaced hotel to hotel. So many people calling me, trying to get resources from Montgomery County, and Tiffany helped me handle all of that. And she was just a blessing to us, and she just has a fight in her, relentlessly. I had some people call me and say, hey, is she a representative? She's a little, she's calling us a little too much emails. Can you tell her to calm down a little bit? But she's a blessing to us, and I have no doubt in my mind that she will fight for everyone who needs a voice, everyone who deserves a voice. She will be the best mayor possible. Thank you. This is my wife, Sarah. This is my daughter, Ava, and our son, Noah. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and now give it up to my good friend and our next mayor of Gaithersburg, Tiffany Kelly.
Let's see if we can first get our speech up. So let's try that first. I'm not connected to the internet. That's the problem. Okay, y'all hold on 1 second. It's our only technical glitch. We're doing good. Shy. Okay, we're good now. Thank you. All right, guys. Thanks for your patience. There we go. All right. I want to say, first of all, thank you all so much for taking time out of your Saturday. Words cannot express what this moment means to me. This is the holiest of weeks for many of you, and I just cannot express my gratitude and my ever-growing love for my community and my tribe. Maddie, if you want to, you can flip that camera. Oh, yeah, it's a good deal. Okay. Thank you. I have to thank the people who got me here. Alex, Ezra, where are you? Maddie, Amada Mola, Valerie, Michael, Julia, everyone here, thank you so very much. And if anything goes wrong, remember those names and those faces, because you got to call them. Don't call me. My amazing family, y'all just say a little prayer for them. I love you guys, and I can't do any of this without your support. Did everybody get something to eat? Did you enjoy your food? Did everybody get something to eat? Because you know, I'm Southern, and food is very important, Valerie. We will feed the people. Southerners will talk about you like a dog if they come to your event, and there ain't no refreshments. No one leaves hungry. It's important for us for you to feel welcome and that you are not hungry when you leave. And I just want to ask a question of you right now, by a show of hands. How many of you have ever been hangry? Hungry and angry at the same time. All right. That's it? That's all I got? This just ain't my day with this thing today. Come on, try this again. Here we go. Not my day with this thing. Okay, again, who has been hangry? I didn't see your hands. All right. All right, I'm gonna ask you, lady here with the beautiful boots on. Step over here. Tell me how you feel when you're hangry.
When I'm hangry, I can't think right. I don't want to be bothered. I want to be left alone. And I cannot process. And until I get food, I can't come down to be the person that I want to be in my life. And I can't be effective.
Okay. Do you start telling people off? Well, you do that when you're not hungry. That's okay, thank you. It's okay.
I pray for them. I do.
So I want y'all to think about what my lady in the boots just said. If that's how we feel when we haven't had lunch. Imagine a child who shows up to school hungry every single day, every day. Because in Gaithersburg, I can assure you that they do. How do we expect them to learn? How are they treated when they act out? They're sent to the principal and not the nurse. They're punished for being hungry, and they're ignored for being poor. What does this do to our future when the children are expected to learn when they don't have what they need? I got another question for y'all. To the people in the back, all the people around. Have you ever been ignored when you've been struggling? Show of hands. Have you been labeled when really all you need is help? Sir here with the 2 children raising their hands, tell me about that a little bit. Step on into the camera. Just give me a little word. I want you to come and tell me. What does it feel like to be ignored when you're struggling?
It's depressing, and it feels like you have no hope.
Thank you. You just told me something that a budget line item never could. Thank you. So on Monday night, I was listening to the city's proposed budget, and it sounded amazing. Everything was perfect. Everything balanced out. We were inclusive and taking care of everyone. And I said to myself, this is the city that I want to live in. But wait, this is supposed to be the city that I'm living in. They made it sound like everything's fine. But I'm in these streets and in these homes with these families. Everything is not fine. I am literally meeting people at grocery stores to give them money to buy food long after offices are closed because they are only open when people have to work. I keep freezers and cabinets full of food because sometimes I have to pass food out to residents. I'm walking apartment buildings and speaking with renters who have mice infestations and horrible conditions in their apartments. All while their rents are skyrocketing because we don't cap rent increases in this city. I'm using AI to speak with people who don't speak English as their first language. Let me be very clear. I moved here as a homeowner and a solidly middle-class federal employee. One of the first things I did was set up a meeting with leadership because I believe in knowing who serves me. They were open and immediately scheduled time to speak. When I had an issue, I sent an email and it was immediately answered. My city serves me, a solidly middle-class person who speaks and writes in grammatically correct English very well. If you live in a bubble and rely on what the city says it does, you probably feel they can do no wrong. You probably would even say they're doing a great job. I have received almost every form of government assistance. I have been poor for most of my life. So, as I walk alongside people in struggle, I have been able to identify glaring gaps in the services the city says it provides. In my advocacy, I would send people to the city for help, and time again, they would come back to me to report that the help ain't helping. I've tried to use this information time and time again to guide leaders to develop a different model for addressing our ever-increasing need with no success. I see what it costs families in need and the entire community when needs aren't met and entire populations are left out of democratic engagement with our own government. I'll say this again. It costs everyone when there are unmet needs for anyone in this community. We may as well take our tax dollars and throw them out the window. Are there any current or former federal employees here? I'm one of them. I'm a federal. As a federal employee, I know that our agency provides funding for programs to municipalities like our city. The promise of funding that may or may not be there as we move forward. Our federal workforce is in crisis and our city's backbone will be compromised. With the level of unmet need we already have, along with the federal funding and workforce crisis we face, our current operating practices may start to crumble. There was no mention in the budget of the crisis facing the most diverse city in the nation, ICE activity, affecting one of the largest populations of people who own businesses, live and shop here, our immigrant neighbors. I see the decline of their activity in the city as they become more and more fearful, and their withdrawal into the safety of their homes impacts our entire community, especially our business community. As I listened to this hearing, one thought came to me. The city's leadership was completely tone deaf, acting completely oblivious to what was going on around them. City officials made it business as usual as we face a time like we have never seen. I thought to myself, who is still suffering while you sell us this story? What does a tone-deaf leadership body do to a community? It demoralizes it. It erases pain with pretty language. It protects power instead of people. I sat down to write this speech. I had my bullet points, I had my stories, I had my leadership plan, But somewhere between typing it up, I realized this is not how I do things. This speech really isn't about me. It's about us. And it's about how we lead, how we show up, how we take care of each other. So I threw out my speech and said, let's have a conversation. Let's make this a space that reflects the kind of leadership that I believe in. Collaborative, collective, and community rooted. That's right. Yep. I'm not standing here because I've always had access to power. I'm standing here because I've been the one in need. I've struggled raising children. I've worked to stay afloat in middle class, in a middle class that's constantly streaking, where your income disqualifies you from help, but your bills and realities say otherwise. I've parented through hard decisions. I've looked at my budget and wondered, what am I gonna cut this month? And now I look at the city's budget and I ask the same thing. What are you cutting and who are you cutting off? As I approach another chapter in my life, grayer, wiser, more reflecting, I am realizing something else. Aging in this country is a fight. You can live a full life, work hard, raise your family, serve your community, and still find yourself isolated, under-resourced, or forgotten. Not all struggles in our elder years are financial. Some are emotional. Some are physical. Some are about being overlooked, unheard, and unseen in a world obsessed with youth and speed. But here's what I know. Our elders are not burdens. They are libraries. They are blueprints. They're the ones who fought for the rights that we enjoy. They've been through wars, movements, recessions, pandemics. And we're still here because they kept going. I want to bring moral clarity, not just budget clarity. Too many people in leadership don't know what it's like to have to choose between gas and groceries. They don't know what it's like to see how it feels to send your child to school hoping that the teacher sees past their struggle. But I do. And that's why I'm running. Because I believe lived experience is expertise. Because it's not enough to manage a city, you have to understand it. That's why I want to lead. I want to lift people who feel forgotten, engage directly with our community, act with urgency and purpose, and defend the dignity of every single resident. That's not just an acronym, that's a mandate. This is what community feels like. We're listening and we're feeling. That's what leadership should be built on. What if it were illegal, I mean truly against the law, to go to bed if there was a hungry child in the city? To ignore underfunded schools? What if it was illegal to make decisions without everyone's input? I want to lead like it is illegal, because to me it's morally illegal, spiritually illegal. It goes against everything I believe in about what public service is supposed to be. Now I'm going to ask one more question specifically of my Gaithersburg residents, and I won't bother you again. What is your vision for our city? What is your vision for Gaithersburg? Sir with the sign, come on over and talk to me. What's your vision for the city?
Outsource the government. Meaning that we won't need the government, not rely on the city as much when it comes to our every need, basically.
I don't doubt our current leadership and I differ on what we want for Gaithersburg. It's not what we want that's different, but who is involved, who is important, and how we serve and engage those people. Leadership is not about titles, it's about responsibility. It's not about being in front, but it's about bringing everyone alongside you. I don't want to just be your mayor, I want to build with you. I want to create a Gaithersburg where we don't need to beg for empathy or compete for crumbs or wait for our turn to be heard. Leadership isn't just about today's fires. It's about tomorrow's foundation. And I'm sorry, the train is coming down. Let's hit this fast. Leadership isn't just about today's fires. It's about tomorrow's foundation. It's about remembering that a truly strong community honors its past, protects its present, and prepares for its future. My leadership strategy is boots on the ground. It's more than just a song, it's more than just a saying. We have to be present, not just in meetings, but in neighborhoods. We have to observe with intention, pay attention to what people don't say out loud, offer support without judgment and without delay. Talk less, listen more. That's how trust is built. Stand with people, not above them, and not from a dais. Own the issues, especially the messy ones, especially the ones that we've ignored. Never make decisions in isolation. Take action that matches the urgency. Hold systems accountable. Empower the people who live the policies we write. Go where the problems are, not just where the cameras are. Respect every voice, every age, every stage of life. Operate with transparency. Uplift community wisdom. Nurture trust over time. Do the work, day in, day out, even when it's hard. That's what leadership looks like. That's how I'll live. That's how I've lived. And that's how I've served. So you may not have gotten the speech that you wanted exactly today, but what we did get was a sense of community. And if you want a speech from me, see me on Inauguration Day. Thank you for coming.
I guess I can, as we go ahead and close out, I do want to make a mention. So again, my name is Ezra Pine. I am serving as the campaign treasurer, and this work would not be possible without, campaigns are funded by money, and as we heard from today, Tiffany is community first, boots on the ground leadership, and we just encourage you all to please donate, volunteer, sign up to host a meet and greet. This is so important to ensure that we can reach people and get the word out and encourage people to vote. So I don't know if any of you all are aware, but I just looked it up. In 2023, only 12.12% of people, of City of Gaithersburg residents voted in a municipal election. So the money that you all give to Tiffany will be used to make sure that, we get more people to vote, get more people to get involved and get involved in local government. So let's give it up one more time for Tiffany. It's not easy running a campaign. And again, please sign up, donate, volunteer, help out however. Yeah, QR codes on the table for folks online. Just visit Tiffany for Mayor 2025.
All right. We're gonna take a group photo, y'all.
I think we should get everybody together for one photo. One big photo to show the support that we have. Come on in, guys, come on in. Before you guys grab food and have your hands full, come on in, we'll get one good photo. We'll wait for the family to go into the parking lot.
You guys want to get in the group pic? No?
It's been recorded.